Good morning and welcome to the video for 3rd grade for lesson 5.4 from Into Math. This is Mr. Parks, the math teacher at Risen Christ Lutheran School. This is our final lesson for the module working on multiplication. This is our last lesson working on multiplication, at least for a little while. We'll be doing division after this, and we'll be using a lot of the same principles that we've worked on with showing equal groups and skip counting and so forth to help us be able to find the answers to those problems. But for today, we're going to be working with multiplying multiples of 10 times single-digit numbers. So we're going to be using basic math facts that we're getting more comfortable with, and hopefully by the end of the year we will know a lot better than we do right now. But we're going to use this basic math facts, and one of those numbers will be ending in a 0, so we might be able to find the basic math fact and add an extra 0 at the end. So for our first one, if we're getting $30 each times 7, one of the things that we're going to be working with is doing something that looks like this. So here's our extra 0 that we would get, and then we would do 7 times 3. So we'll actually, I think, do that specifically on the next page. But 7 times 3 would give us 21. So we would make $210. I'm not going to take the time to draw a picture for that one. We could certainly represent that with 10 blocks and make 7 groups that each all look like this. And then we could go ahead and count up by tens, which is what we'll do during class. But then we will talk about how it's going to end up looking like this when we actually work the problem. So for our turn and talk real quick, if we had to give back $30 because one of the bowls cracked, would we still have enough money? Think about that for a second. So if we took away $30, we would end up with 180. And so no, we would not have enough money after that for a new pottery wheel that we were talking about in the problem. So I really enjoy chess. I am not going to try to show the picture that goes with this, but we could represent that by 6 groups that each look like this. And then we could circle each group, which is something that we'll continue to do throughout the year. They want us to count the tens, so we would end up getting 24 tens when we're done, and then we would be able to show that as 2 groups of 100 and 4 groups of 10 for a total of 240. And so our traditional method that we're going to use, I refer to this as the traditional method because this was the only thing that we did. When I was a student, we didn't worry about doing pictures or anything like that. They just, here's your math problems, go ahead and do them until you get them right and won't, hopefully, ever get them wrong again. So 6 times 0 would give us 0. And now we're showing 6 times 40 for the next part. 6 times 4 would be our basic math fact. We would get 24 tens for that, for a final answer of 240. And so we would get 0 ones, we would get 24 tens, and the 24 tens we would regroup as 2 groups of 100, and then our extra tens that didn't make it into a group of 100, there would be 4 of those. Is the product the same? Yes, it is. And so actually the method is kind of similar down here to what I was doing to represent the problem up here, but we want to be able to do both of these with a focus towards getting closer to doing more of this, especially as we go on, excuse me, into things that will get us ready for 4th grade. So that concludes our video for today. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me for my Risen Christ students and their families, either by text or by email. Hope you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.